Today we are going to discuss about Nernst distribution law. This is your chapter number 9. So firstly we will discuss about introduction. So what is Nernst distribution law? So when a solute is taken up with two immiscible liquids, એટલે કે આપણી પાસે બે ઇનમિસિબલ લિક્વિડ છે. ઇનમિસિબલ દેટ મીન્સ કે બે એકબીજામાં મિશ્રણ થતા નથી એવા બે લિક્વિડ્સ આપણી પાસે છે, રાઈટ. અને આપણે એમાં શું કરીએ છીએ, આપણી પાસે હજુ એક સોલ્યુટ છે, રાઈટ. સો ઇન બોથ ઓફ વિચ ધ સોલ્યુટ ઇઝ સોલ્યુબલ, એટલે કે જે એ બે લિક્વિડ છે એ બે લિક્વિડમાં આપણે જે સોલ્યુટ મિક્સ કરીએ છીએ એ કેવું થઈ જશે, સોલ્યુબલ થઈ જશે, રાઈટ. આપણી પાસે જે લિક્વિડ છે એ ઇનમિસિબલ છે, બટ જે સોલ્યુટ છે એ બે લિક્વિડ્સમાં કેવું થઈ જશે, સોલ્યુબલ થઈ જશે. એન્ડ ધ સોલ્યુટ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ ઇટસેલ્ફ બિટવીન ટુ લિક્વિડ્સ ઇન અ સચ અ વે the ratio of its concentration in the two liquid phases is constant. So here I write down when a solute is taken up with two immiscible liquids, in both of which liquid solute is soluble and the solute distributes itself between the two liquids in such a way that the ratio of its concentration in the two liquid phases is constant at a given ટેમ્પરેચર, રાઈટ. એટલે કે જે સોલ્યુટ આપણે લીધેલું છે બરાબર એ બે ઇનમિસિબલ લિક્વિડ્સમાં એની મેળે ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ થઈ જશે, રાઈટ. તો એને જ આપણે શું કહીશું, નર્સ ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન લો. that gives a Nernst scientist, that's why it is called Nernst distribution law, right. So if two immiscible solvent in a beaker, we have a one beaker and we take equal amount in solvent A and that is solvent B, right. If we add solute, that is called X, right. તો આપણે જે અહીંયા સોલ્યુટ છે એડ કરીએ છીએ બે સોલ્વેન્ટમાં કે જે ઇનમિસિબલ છે એકબીજામાં, તો એ સોલ્યુટનું બે લિક્વિડ્સમાં સરખું સરખું શું થઈ જશે, ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન થઈ જશે, બરાબર. ધેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ Nernst distribution law. Here also X, here also X, right. Solvent A and a solvent B. So if two immiscible solvents in a beaker, right? and they take separate layer, and they take separate layers. So when a solute which is soluble in both the solvent, when a solute which is soluble in both the solvents is added, it gets distributed between them. It gets distribute between them. So the molecule of solute passes from, so the molecules of solute pass from solvent A to solvent B, એટલે કે A to B માં શું કરશે? પાસીસ કરશે, બરાબર? And from B to A, and finally a dynamic equilibrium is take place. So finally a dynamic equilibrium is take place, and at equilibrium the rate at which molecule of solute pass from one solvent to the other is balanced, right? This is called equilibrium. So it is called Nernst distribution law. Now distribution of solute X between solvent A and B, how to write down by mathematically? Distribution of solute X between A and B, which is solvent. So write down concentration of X in A solvent divided by concentration of X in a B, which is equal to constant. For example, the distribution of succinic acid between ether and water illustrate the ratio of concentration of each other, right? So this is called Nernst distribution law. Now what is the statement of Nernst distribution law? Statement of Nernst distribution law. So Nernst in 1891, Nernst in 1891 studied the distribution of several solvents between different appropriate pair of solvent. Studied the distribution of several solutes between different appropriate pair of solvent. એટલે કે એણે 1891માં શું સ્ટડી કર્યું તો કે સેવરલ સોલ્વેન્ટ્સનું ડિફરન્ટ પેર્સ ઓફ સોલ્વેન્ટમાં distribution, right? He gave a general governors the distribution of solute between two non-miscible solvent, and this is called Nernst distribution law, or you can also say Nernst partition law, or simply distribution law or partition law. In exam partition law પૂછાય તો બી શું લખવાનું? Nernst distribution law, right? So if a solute X, if a solute X distributes itself between two immiscible solvent A and B at constant temperature and X is in the same molecular condition in both solvents, right? Then concentration of X in A divided by concentration of X in B, which is equal to Kd, where if C1 denotes the concentration of the solute in X and C2 the concentration of solvent B, so the Nernst distribution law can be expressed as if C1 denotes the concentration of the solute in solvent A and C2 denotes the concentration of the solute in solvent B. So C1 by C2 is equal to Kd, where the constant Kd or K is called distribution coefficient or partition coefficient or distribution ratio, where K is distribution coefficient or partition coefficient or distribution ratio, right? So if solubility affects distribution law, when a solute is taken with two non-miscible solvents at equilibrium, both the solvents are saturated with the solute. Since the solubility also represents the concentration, we can write the distribution law as C C1 by C2 is equal to S1 by S2 is equal to KD, where S1 and S2 are the solubility of solute in a two solvent. So the knowing value of distribution coefficient and the solubility of solvent, one of the solvent, the solubility of solute is second solvent can be calculated. એટલે કે કોઈ એકની બી આપણને ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કોફિશિયન્ટ ખબર હોય અને સોલિબિલિટી ખબર હોય તો બીજા સોલ્વેન્ટનું આપણે ફાઇન્ડ કરી શકીએ. So this is all about the statement of Nernst distribution law. So now derivation and limitation of Nernst distribution law. It is an equilibrium law of distribution of solute between two immiscible solvents. According to the thermodynamics, the chemical potential of any substance is stated as mu is equal to mu dash plus RT ln A. Question number 1. Suppose solute is distribution between two immiscible solvent A and B. Suppose solute is distributed between two immiscible solvent A and B, and the chemical potential of the solute is in a solvent A. So mu A is equal to mu A plus RT ln A1. This is for solvent A, and where mu A is a standard chemical potential, where mu A is standard chemical potential. And A1 is the activity of solute. This is A1 is activity of solute in solvent. Similarly, the chemical potential of solute in a B can be represented by mu B is equal to mu B plus RT ln A2, which is number 3. Now at equilibrium we must have at equilibrium condition we must have mu A is equal to mu B. So A1 by A2 is equal to mu B minus mu A divided by RT. This is equation number 4. But at constant temperature, the standard chemical potential mu A and mu B and are constant. એટલે કે but at constant temperature, mu A, mu B and are constant. So in A1 by A2 is equal to constant, A1 by A2 is equal to constant. So A1 by A2 is equal to KD, right? So we can take C1 by C2 is equal to also KD. So this is the mathematical equation from Nernst distribution law. Now, what is the limitation or condition for Nernst distribution law? So the temperature should be remain constant. એટલે કે temperature કેવું હોવું જોઈએ? Remain constant, right? Temperature remain constant, right? Solution should be dilute. Solution should be dilute. The two solvent should be immiscible. The two solvent should be immiscible, and the molecular state should be same in the both solvent. The molecular state should be same in both the solvent, right? એટલે કે એનું ટેમ્પરેચર કોન્સ્ટન્ટ હોવું જોઈએ, સોલ્યુશન કેવું હોવું જોઈએ? ડાયલ્યુટ હોવું જોઈએ. ટુ સોલ્વેન્ટ છે એ કેવા હોવા જોઈએ? એકબીજામાં ઇનમિસિબલ હોવા જોઈએ, અને એનું મોલેક્યુલર સ્ટેટ કેવું છે? હોવું જોઈએ સેમ બોથ ધ solvent, right? So this is all about the Nernst distribution law. So now we calculate one example. A solid X is added to a mixture of benzene and water, right? After shaking well and allowing to stand, 10 ml of benzene layer was found to contain 0.30 gram of X, and 100 ml of water layer contain 0.20 gram of X. So calculate the value of distribution coefficient. એટલે કે આપણી પાસે સોલ્યુટ છે એક્સ, એને આપણે એડ કર્યું છે બેન્ઝીન અને વોટરમાં, રાઈટ? પછી શું કર્યું? આપણે એને શેક કર્યા પછી એને અલાવ કર્યું, તો શું જોવા મળ્યું? તો કે એમાં 100 ml બેન્ઝીનનું લેયર છે, એમાં 0.13 ગ્રામ એક્સ છે, અને 100 ml ઓફ વોટર એમાં 0.22 ગ્રામનું સોલ્યુટ છે. તો આપણે શું ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે? ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કોએફિશિયન્ટ. So firstly, concentration of X in a benzene. Concentration of X in benzene, which is called Cb. This is concentration and a B for benzene, right? Is equal to કેટલું છે? બેન્ઝીનનું 0.13 અને કેટલામાં છે? 10 mlમાં, રાઈટ? એટલે કેટલું થશે? 0.013 ગ્રામ ml ઇન્વર્સ, રાઈટ? એવી જ રીતે કોન્સન્ટ્રેશન ઓફ એક્સ ઇન અ વોટર. Concentration of X in H2O, which is called CW. એ કેટલું છે? 0.20 ગ્રામ, અને કેટલા mlમાં છે? 100 mlમાં. સો કેટલુંમાં છે? 0.0022 ગ્રામ into ml inverse. Now according to Nernst distribution law, according to distribution law, CB by CW એટલે કે 0.013 divided by 0.0022, which is equal to 5.9, right? એટલે કે ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કોફિશિયન્ટ કેટલું હશે કે 5.9, બરાબર. એવી રીતે ઘણા બધા એક્ઝામ્પલ છે. This is for your sample example, right? So this is all about Nernst distribution law. In the next lecture we are going to discuss about application of Nernst distribution law. Till that, watch this video. Thank you.